I mean, we always strive to go for 100%, and if we're not at 100%, let's say we're at 80%, all of us, then it's important to give 100% of the 80% you have, and realize that you are not able to give the 100. So I think we're just aiming for giving our best effort at every game. It's also something that I, as a captain, tell my teammates every time we have to go into a game or a practice. All I'll ever demand is that you give everything you have, and if there's nothing more to give or you've done everything you can, I'm not gonna blame anyone because we tried our best. And for me, that's at least important because I tried playing in teams where I've felt like the effort wasn't there. And to me, that's the worst feeling, losing when someone doesn't give their all.
We can see their last 4 matchups here. 3 of them, the first 3 being online here with Flashpoint, DreamHack Masters, or DreamHack Open, and Heroic won them all. But when it came to LAN, Astralis coming out ahead. And again, as you talk about the experience, I think Heroic don't have that much experience together as a team when playing on LAN, though they do play in boot camp and in facilities together all the time. Let's take a look at our vetoes here between these 2 teams. We have Mirage being taken out right away by Astralis, as Heroic going to respawn with Dust 2. And honestly, I'm happy to see Inferno. I feel like both teams have been playing fantastic when it comes to it. Vertigo, that's the interesting one for me. If I'm not mistaken, Heroic just slaughtered Vitality when it came to Vertigo.
Yeah, their preparation was really good for that that map. They had a 13-2 CT side, very proactive on the map, going for a lot of information plays, which is Heroic style, and just completely shut down.
First and only match of the day here on the mainstream. It's Heroic taking on Astralis.
Yes, indeed. Heroic on the defense, and an aggressive defense. They sometimes say it's the best defense is a good offense. And Stout's already contending with a whole lot, and my goodness, there's bloodshed everywhere. This mid push has been quashed a little. Magis has got more to trifle with, and he doesn't really have the health or the bullets for it. My God, that was a quick start to our series. Yeah, it's definitely a period of transition. Lots of conversation to be had about it. We are into our second round. Astralis investing with Kevlar and Deagles, and now they lay on the floor of Banana, thanks to Refresh's handiwork. More, in fact, this time it's down. Fam has the perfect weapon for that long-range fight, and pushing to finish it. Refresh with some push and some pizzazz, leaving Dupree's Deag with it all to do.
Tessus is back to his old form. I think Shush was one of the individuals in Cologne for Heroic that impressed me and is still doing the same type of impact that we are seeing here. Here's Dupree just working on whatever magic he can. 25 seconds left.
There's no disputing that. Astralis definitely have proven that they are still capable of shaking up the dialogue as they did in Cologne. I mean, a 3rd, 4th finish, well above that of Heroic, and even winning the head-to-head.
Basically on the bench
on
here.
Ice.
Yeah, and oof, all right, the Deagle from Dupree, it lands again. So 2 rounds in a row. It's been able to close out at least with a frag. One to find right now. It's just Glaive pushing up short, and well, Refresh's Deagle works just as well. It's not easy with that T side at all.
They had 4 players B side. They won a biff. And that biff so far has netted them a frag, re-smoking that top Banana. It's theirs. Heroic have it full control, and top mid smoked still. It fades.
Could catch a jumping Tessus towards the top. Flashed off, and Tessus will think better of it. Holding onto his smoke now. We are sub 1 minute, and there's the frag. So Dupree with the opener, and Cadian with the trade.
Yeah, Refresh is going to accelerate into the rotate as well. Good time to drop his smoke. They might try and disrespect it. It's Glaive starting to push through. He is going to go for the full commit. Tessus loses vision. Refresh ready to contest, and good find from the first, and a swing out to finish. Magnificent from Heroic. Very responsive and a very quick.
It's very scissor paper rock in that elk.
And it's safe to assume it's no coincidence that Heroic did the 4 players Banana full control on the first buy round of Astralis. Refresh did catch a glimpse of a barrel, and we'll get more than just a barrel. It's 4 in 1 mag.
He gets the ace.
It's a 4-5 in total. That is a brutal dispatch. Bubsky's responsibility. The flash is perfect from Stown, all the way from downtown.
And the combo.
Dunk on another. He's cleared Banana. They got Banana control through mid, dude. Magisk has to retake it from here, and now Shush is off for a push.
Oh, this is naughty. They are bullying Astralis here.
No, just as he looks the wrong way, Magisk is in trouble. Does react in time. Yeah, Tessa's just screaming at him, saying, I got the mid-rotate, you can go. And Cadian just says no. Glaive not going to be able to get anything on his initial swing of Banana. And that leaves us in a very tight spot if you're Magisk and Lucky.
I feel like they want to save, but they're giving it a go here. Smoke's exchanged. Molly's going to be thrown out here as well. Lucky can't really just entry frag through this with an AWP.
He's following him with his knife like, so what's up, dude? What's up?
Yes, boss.
Here they come, and there they go.
Here we go. Bit of damage done back to Stown, okay? So he's chipped on down to 40. Dupree's Deagle yet to strike, and we know so far he's been good for 1. Walking into the crosshair, though, we just flicked away as Lucky took Tessus's head off.
Yeah, the ops team didn't believe in him. They didn't have faith.
Rushly, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry,
5,
boys.
6.
Sorry about that.
He exists.
We can hear him.
That's cool. Why didn't you trust him, hey? You haven't seen enough from Lucky? Is that
I
what
just
it
wanted to
is?
Is it the
show-
namesake?
Is he not cool enough for you?
I wanted to show Gotti rotating,
What was
and
more- what was more
I
important?
don't know. I was looking at my map. The POVs sometimes
His
it
mic
gets a
is
little
better
confusing.
His mic better from Katowice than it is here in Cologne.
Oh, is it all right?
Yeah.
Sound good?
But like, Astralis might do something here.
You
He
sound
does.
great.
Yeah, in fact, I might let you take this, actually.
Look it out with an eagle.
Oh, all right. He turns it off.
Thank you.
Well, there's no time for this. The bomb's down in the smoke. They've done some damage with the kills.
You kind of want to die or survive, I guess, is the current lay of the land.
Save the AWP, save the AWP, save the AWP, save the AWP, save the AWP. Okay.
Shush dips into the apps defensively. Refresh dancing on the site with the crossfire established. Cadian will be there behind the smoke. And it's Shush actually taking that first fight. A perfect crossfire converted. It's only 1 left on the site. Poor Magisk does hit some shots and should be able to get the bomb down with just a couple of seconds to spare. Man advantage for Heroic's retake, and they are the B players. Tessus and Stown have jogged on over, and a flash for the short side will find nothing.
Molly for Pit here. Magisk could be in trouble with this.
Oh, he's blind as well. Molly will force him into a wider angle. It's Tessus' responsibility to find him. Good shot. Magisk in the pit. Always a problem. Cadian walking in, does neutralize the threat, can get that bomb now. Defused one-on-one, Magisk 10 HP, and Cadian just in the nick of time if he had a kit. There's one right underneath his toes, and that's 8. Ladies and gentlemen, by a Nat's wing, Heroic extend their lead even further.
Oh.
Refresh, trying to be a problem, and that's Glaive's first of the round. First of the game, 10 HP. Might want to juggle that AK over to Bubsky, but Bubsky's busy right now, finding another up top banana. Tessus is his next victim. He's trying his luck, and wow, double with just the SMG. He's won this round for his squad, essentially.
And a couple of rounds. Bomb goes off. First for Astralis. This is the problem with the derbies. You just can't say the Danes.
So what you got, Refresh, tested again. He's had a great start here on Inferno. He's been spotted out. Does well to find one. I can't quite believe he did. And now Shush, multiple targets, way too much. Overwhelmed. The site is Astralis's. Cadian unable to contribute. The smoke will obscure his vision. 3 versus 3, though, as the bomb just being repositioned. Bubsky opts for a safer plant.
They're just going to try and do damage on the way out the door here. The bomb's already way too far ticked to go for this now.
They have to save in that pit. Damage inflicted, and oof, everything is lost. And that's the aggression. Stown throws it down range and succeeds onto Bubsky. Magisk caged by the flame, and as he peeks out, eliminated. Lucky even under scrutiny as well. That is quite the start for Heroic. Right back in the saddle. Yeah, this is an Aggie one from Cadian. You're not ready for that if you're Dupree.
That's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
You be in the T clearing that line coming up mid. There's Lucky not too far behind. They're not even going to smoke, just going to go contact here, and that is perfect into Stown. The boost is still in play for Tessus, and he's going to get flashed forward. See you later, Lucky. Take that M4. And Bad News Bears versus Ents, Overpass, Nuke, and Mirage. Bad News Bears picked Overpass.
Well, they're trying something different, but it's the same result. Heroic given the gift of a double, and look at the suppressing util. Glaive gets chunked by a nade, swung on by the Tessus. Dupree caught a chunk as well elsewhere in apps. Oh, and this one's a quick 10th for the Heroic boys. I mean, I wanted to talk about the previous round, just watching it in the replays. You could see how well-intentioned all of their util was, like in a place you wouldn't think it was possible, just by virtue of their pop flashes and Molotovs.
It's so crazy, like the banana utility, if you really do start taking a look at it and all the different formations, there's intent behind every single different one of them. It's not just, oh yeah, this round I'll molly logs and you molly deep, right? There's a reason for that. It's right, oh, okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to make sure we have a couple of fallen flashes. We're going to double nade close, so then swing on that position.
Astralis have yet to commit, make their decision. Dupree in his comfortable apartment. And Stown is flirting with some aggression here. And caught slipping. Bubsky assuming Magisk had the push. And it's resulted in a commit here from Astralis. They are starting to swing on in. Cadian Zorp ready for the first. A pop flash for the pool fight. Glaive's Beret, hard to pluck. Lucky's into the site. They haven't checked Tessus. And Trigger Discipline, enabling him to at least have something. Dupree clears him. Oh, and he's going to be frustrated about that one. You can see in the camp. No fights given. Lucky's the first to strafe on out. Dupree ready for contact. It's easy as that. Lucky, a triple kill into the site.
Shush is about to be tested.
He's got at least 2 here. Magisk his first victim. Glaive's not handling any of it. Smoke deployed, a minuscule gap. Cadian's working with much and very quick from Bubsky. He had a tiny sound cue to work with. And it seems like Heroic, well aware of the financial decisions Chad has outlined. Triangle, yeah.
Depends on the type of triangle, isn't it?
Well, Chad, I'm pretty sure it's always 180. That was what the whole point
was it?
I think that was what Pythagoras was talking about.
I don't know.
Pop flash, so we are going to be seeing deep smoke, close HE, pop flash, everyone's anti, and Magisk counters the swing. More than just counters. Bubsky rocks the boat further in favor. Tess is committed to this off angle, and it does enable him to beam down one, reposition as well. That's brave, dropping his util to survive. They can't disrespect his smoke with the molly there.
Left as well. Dupree's owned him.
Yeah, this is huge. Refresh has found Dupree, and there's nothing left to report.
Sector clear, Tessus.
Run! Knife is out. He hears the smoke. It only confirms their suspicions. New box clears first, big find, and it's a problem now. Lucky caught with his head turned and the smoke pulled. He's got info, knows one CT. Reacts to it. Glaive just in his blind spot and on the fountain. What from Refresh? He could do it. He really could. Glaive denies. But a ridiculous one out of Refresh to finish the half out. And I'm sure Astralis, in hot pursuit of a quick frag, they've found it with aggression at Banana, and that's going to spur Refresh and the entire squad into an execute, but he hasn't stopped. He's showing no signs of slowing.
Fight or flee, that's the question. Either way, they're forced into Lucky.
Yeah, Shush has clawed something back for the boys. He could even find another here if Bubsky denies very quickly. Very on trend. And they have maybe even found a frag. Hang on. Bubsky's in library.
And they know where he is, and they're charging him down. They got plenty of time to play between these 2 bomb sites. What is going on?
If they clear him,
If they clear him.
Yeah, not going to happen. Caden's got a chance, though, on a quick block first USP 1v1, and he's managed to at least find it.
Not a lot of bullets left in that, though, Alex. Only 8 in total.
That's all he needs, mate. All he needs. I
guess it is all he needed.
Yeah, technically. He didn't have to really pull the trigger again.
No.
So.
You got Dupree
Great
T-house.
counter-aggression utility Arcadian might actually render them a frag. He's got more than a frag. He's got an MP9 and Dupree down as well on his peak mid. It's going to be in the right place. Could need a huge spray down. It's on the cards, but Shush denies. And all of that weaponry now falling into enemy hands. Astralis are going to feel very hard done by as this round very quickly slips through their fingers.
And it's the 2 best guns as well that have been taken. And with the buy, I want to say pretty even at that point. Okay. They're actually pushing in for all the guns. They did take them all. You guys all know Magna. She was in Kath and Kim.
Oh, right.
That's a good comedy. It's funny. Flawless. All right, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what old movies have I seen recently. I rewatched Kill Bill.
Indiana Jones didn't age fantastically.
No.
Some people will hate me for that.
I think if you watch it for what it is.
Yeah. Do you know what? I fucked The Mummy. But then again, that wasn't really good when it was first out, so.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the actor's name in that?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No. That's...
Brendan Fraser?
Yeah. What's happened
George
to him?
of the Jungle?
What's happened to him? What's happened to Brendan Fraser?
Watch out for that tree.
When was the last movie you saw Brendan Fraser in?
Oh, he's had a bit of a tough time, I think.
He has.
Yeah.
He has. I think he's been pushed out of Hollywood.
Oof.
I think they pushed him out of the movie business.
Well, he was the superstar of the movie business for a while.
Yeah.
He was what Dwayne The Rock Johnson is now. You know, I reckon Brendan Fraser would have been in 2002's Jumanji remake.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know why they'd be remaking it so quickly after the original, but who knows?
was it the scarabs in the mummy?
Yeah, there was a very haunting scene. I remember my
Was that when
young
they
Alex
crawled
watching where they crawl through your
Yeah.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah.
that got me going. That got me good.
All right. Well, movie talk aside,
Acknowledged that I could see his powers and he could see mine.
it was real.
It was indisputable.
No, that can't happen.
Yeah,
He was the only one with head armor. Dupree had head armor.
10, dude, and Glaive has responded through the smoke. Maybe it's not the end of the world. Yeah, the fact that Glaive's only just now rotating the steps will, confirm their suspicions. Big chance, only the one from Bubsky leaves us in a 2v2. And Bomb's safe. As is Refresh as he tucks into pit. And speak of the devil, he's just arrived now on Library. Hard Clim, Shush is looking the wrong way, so it does all fall to Refresh. He's been so good, but not today. Glaive says play on as the commit comes through. They're hearing Mac-10s. Long is lost. A barrage of flashbangs and smokes arrives. Dupree can do nothing but spray the smoke, and they're wrapping into the side. Look at the
Everyone's
minimap.
here. Everyone's
this is going to be
here.
a bloody deathmatch, and so far it's Astralis that are winning out. Nothing really to be said about these Mac-10s. They've taken the site fully. Now looks like they want to get... Look at
Stoud's cut off the rotation.
What's he doing here?
He has the bomb and the rotation.
And the whole Astralis team are on A. Hello, goodbye, Magis. If he gets lucky, there's something to be said. He spotted him out. It's the Orpa, though, and Lucky saves Astralis from a sweaty brow.
That one right there could have been wild, but the whole round was wild. So we're still going to get another gun round at Heroic here, and I can understand they have a lot of rounds to play with to do that. I thought they were just going to rush B.
And they have rotted the clock pretty damn well. The incendiary for the reactive hold, and he's actually dumped it early.
Oh, it's forcing him tight with the pull molly.
Yeah, they got 15 seconds. They can't really wait it out for too long. Magis forced forward, and Glaive ready to draw their attention, trying to bait them in. Isolated by the flames. It's Shush that's done well to thrive with a double. Oh dear. And
Need to cover
just
this.
enough time. If Lucky does hit this wallbang, it could all be over. Sound denies with some great covering spray. And yeah, Astralis do disintegrate. Heroic solid hold right down to those fine margins, just counting the seconds.
Only 2 more rounds required, and if you caught the little highlight on your screen moments ago,
Lucky, he knows he's got a timing. What a shot, and of course, what a target. It's down, chips away at Tessus as well. 2 conversions with 2 scout bullets. That's great from Lucky so far. Now he's lost the sight, Cadian to plant. We've got a 3v3 though for Astralis, and now with an upgraded Glaive, they've got a shot. Refresh looking the wrong way.
there was a kit on the site as well.
They can go for
what's
this. Cadian goes for the most Aggie of quick flicks. He's actually managed to neutralize Magis. Now Shush is the one to reaggress. Turns the flash, has a chance, and now 1v1. Dancing with him, does eliminate Lucky. And they're just poking everywhere at the same time here. Fights to be found, fights to be won. Tessus once more. Magis down, that's 2 dead on A. Bomb's going B though. Oh, and they just both turn their heads. That's a bit of a slip up the banana skin of Bubsky. Catches them both slipping. A surprise, he chose not to fire his shot, so now as it fades, they may not be looking. Stown saves this teammate just before the trigger was pulled. No kits, they'd have to find it fast. There is a smoke to at least apply some pressure. Glaives walks into the crosshairs with a scorcher. And now Stown can finish it all. Very low HP on Glaive, can play the clock as well. Doesn't need to do anything fancy here. Stown will just play on the jiggle. Here's the pin, suspects the full, and that's the end of Inferno.
Well, speaking about best performance, take a look at the side of Heroic. Refresh dropping 23 kills, Stown dropping 24 as well. But Refresh, before we got into the series, I pointed out the last time they played at Intel Extreme Masters Cologne, he dropped 19 kills overall in the entire series across 2 maps. Here on map 1, he drops more than he had in 2. Fantastic to see Refresh stepping up, but more importantly, I guess I should say, not him stepping up, but maintaining the level of play he's been able to so far here in the Pro League.
Yeah, and they're testing B very quickly. Heroic bouncing in with their Glocks, and it's Bubsky's USP to be the first to return fire. Repositioning into more passive stance, yet to see them cross. That smoke will isolate the Jules to just that right side of the generator. And oh, lovely idea, but poor execution. They do end up getting massacred. The run boost on top of the box, one of my favorite little pocket strats. But Heroic got nothing to show for that pistol round. Nice double out of Dupree to end it.
This little reaggress with the rifles top of a ramp is about to get hot. Tessus is the only one watching.
Oh, he's done so well to get, never mind away from that, but does damage as well. It doesn't deter them, and great spray from the boys there as chipped away even further. Refresh finished off by the nade. You can see his furrowed brow, but it doesn't mind when Magic strafes on out. Stown does well to cage him.
Alex, Bubsky and Glaive are low.
They are. It's not out of the question of Acadian Scout. Brrr. Not even. The one little burst and Dupree dunks for our finish. Nice start from Astralis, getting into Heroic's map pick of Vertigo.
How do you feel about the AK on Stown right now?
I reckon it's going to do absolutely nothing. He's going to catch a nade, and then...
Catch another nade. And
teammates will pick up the AK, and then they might catch a nade.
yeah, this hasn't gone to script whatsoever. Refresh actually invested in getting that into the hands of Stown, so... Oh, they are so dead. They are so dead right now. They're going to get absolutely wrecked out here, and that's a free AK going into round number 4.
I was worried that was going to sit idle on those stairs a little too long, and now Cadian will be hunted down.
Scaffolding and fast mid. It's just a bit. Lucky stuck in. He's already dead. Cadian down to 8. Might want to be careful as he jumps down towards middle, and there's another. So trying to play around the smokes. Tessus over the top. It's a 2-man advantage quickly here for Heroic in round number 4.
And yet they return to B. This is where Dupree, who's scorching hot start in these opening 3, has netted him 7 frags. And Tessus is continuing. Just sending him A, he's just single-handedly winning the duels. Magisk and Glaive both down to his hand, and Util into B. They start their commit. Dupree could still cause an issue.
Both close, aren't they?
Oh, but flashed off at the perfect time. They catch him in the open. And only Bubsky. One man against the army, and the flash looks good actually to peek out for another. Looking very threatening is Bubsky. Will take just 2.
So, look, it makes it a bit easier for them to hold on some of these longer range fights, but regardless of that, Magisk is getting stuck on in. Glaive doing what Glaive does best, pushing straight on down Scaff.
Util is going to come over before the peak, and just as Vision's denied, so is Shush. Just clearing it through. Stown's good for 1. Magisk will tuck into the sandbags, begging for Lucky for some sort of support. He actually doesn't need it. Gets another on the repeak. Cadian slipped the net a little. Magisk obviously aware of it. But a
Nice
first shot out of Cadian. It's a good one. Lucky should have the deny here. Cadian's tried to fake it out. Bubsky with the AWP calls the buff as well. Nice catch from Cadian. If he could get the bomb down uncontested, now opts for another fake. Not ready for Lucky. Never mind Dupree.
There's nobody pressuring the site.
Oh, jeez. Tessus is ready for the off angle of Magisk, and Glaive there as well. Double.
Great stuff.
Straight into the site. Tessus is comfortable at the moment. And he's even ready for that. Lucky holding what could look like a safe angle has resulted in his loss.
All the utility being thrown out from both teams, right? So we obviously know the aggressive CT smoke that goes down towards the bottom of the ramp, but in response to that, there's been a couple of smokes that come out.
Bubsky could be Tessus's first victim. He is, stuck between 2 fights. The first bullet out of Lucky's dig is a good one. Cadian does catch another, but they are testing B, and that should be enough for the bomb to start slinking back as well. It's up to Magisk here. Like, if he can, in any way in capacity, stop this clear and make it seem like B is an unsafe, Shush will at least take that space, and you'd think that's enough. Glaive is going to test the waters, but it results in his death. More to come. Damn, Stown, okay. Just ensuring that everybody knows the round is over. Do you not think by the nature of the beast that is the CT side, always having someone to punish that reaction, as in, the whole idea is you're trying to hit the site with the least amount of defenders.
You're talking about there is like how good lurkers can be, right?
Yeah.
But you need to know when to be an aggressive lurker or a passive lurk. Shush is about to farm a couple here, jumping across the screen. They TK, but they do get the kill. So a 2-for-1 site or a festival when it's 40 degrees. It's like an oven of human waste.
Yeah. Oh, you've been so very articulate. I completely understand what you're talking about. But Triple W,
It works, it's functional.
Is it quicker than saying WWW? Probably is. Triple dub. And it looks like it could be a heroic dub here. They have the site. Tessus is dead. Oh, he throws everything he can as he does escape. Evades the flames. Panic stations, though, for Astralis. They're going to have to get out of there. I mean, they'll have to go for one of these eventually. Lucky catches the early hunt from Cadian.
Lock down a little bit of territory. You love seeing it on the T's when they get A control, from sandbags. And Cadian has actually bought into the T-sided AWP here. More heavy presence middle. Very fun. Oh, that's naughty.
Oh, the counter nade's almost as good, though. Did that just do 150 damage? That must have been right on the money. Yeah, you'd expect at least one. Oh my goodness, a very quick double. Stown does well to make his low HP count, and he does
25.
evaporate. They are going to have to be very quick. Dupree lies in wait for the B commit. Shush is going to have to go off this. The pop flash was great, but Vision has restored. And Dupree, he saw him, just a glimmer of his head.
Wait, they're going
And more
A.
shots confirm this B presence. It forces the rotate. Shush has sold it, and they will have time to plant on A.
I didn't even keep track of that. I thought it was the full B commit. They've got the bomb down. Now they've got themselves a 3v2 situation and having to retake a Bubsky and Lucky. Good luck.
Oh, and already Tessus finishes it off. This is how it ends.
Oh. Either he saw Lucky and started shooting and then Bubsky ran into it, or he started shooting at Bubsky and Lucky ran into it. Either way, that yikaroonies.
One way from Shush. That's going to get you Feckles up on B. Ooh, what the bloody hell is that from Bubsky? Strolls into mid. Yeah, and that AK to Overwatch Magic's pushed up gap. Playing around it enables a little bit of an element of surprise. It's going to be even trades favoring Heroic, though, as Shush does catch that aggressive Deeg. And they're not rushing this plant. They're really not rushing. Lucky lingers, pops on up, and Shush still too good. They're all full health. Nade will tag him up, but not much more than that. You don't love to hear all of that util on B when you've gone for a gamble stack mid, and Dupree, as he does return from his mid vacation, is hit with bullets. Bubsky's finished off onto Shush. Refresh, though, huge opportunity, and Bubsky jumps straight over him. Oh, multiple members didn't expect me to be there. Hiding in plain sight, I think. Tessus's flank has knocked Magis for 6, and yeah, just saving as best he can is Lucky.
Bit hard done by there.
Yeah, he's got a no-scope in him. Woo! Doesn't even need to with the quick fingers on that. Does get to the right click in time, and it's Tessus that will ruin his day.
It almost gets him there again as well. A lot of clear runway towards this A site right now. They're just pushing their fight and their biff and they're beating them.
Let's give it to Stout. He wants his 4th. He's going to go for a stylish smoke Glock push.
Okay. He might get the ace now that he's reloaded. Cadian, he wants some too. Stout's been great in this group stage. It's really good to see. This is the thing. I think like Heroic, when we can talk about them being a good team, it's great when we go, yeah, Tessus is playing well and Refresh is having his moments and Cadian's AWPing and calling well. And it just because this is how most teams seem to function.
Campaign here, map 2, early game of the day on our main stream. And speaking of X Factor, Refresh has walked straight into Bubsky's mid-fight and just demanded a frag.
Scrimming on him right here. It's so fast. They're just going for these fights and then they hit the brakes, they hit pause. They know aggressive maneuvers have to come like this, and that's a great response from Glaive. Smoke criminal.
They can play the Fakey Boy style, but I don't know if they've got the time for that. They've got no prongs outside of this body of assault.
Oh, re-aggression.
Yeah, he loves it. And Cadian tagged up heavily, burnt to a crisp. Magis finishes the job, and it will be the double aggress, this time onto Stout's position. He's ready, gets nothing for it. Solid, active defense here from Glaive and Magisk. Need a scorch around a Shush and already tagged up heavily. Need to find this missing ingredient. Glaive has evaporated. The bomb does go down. No, it doesn't. Great timing on the wallbang. Round 1. Lucky's pulled it off. Shush will just have to hide in plain sight, and they'll let him have it. No sound cues this time. Sails on through. Report. Sandbag Molotov down, but that's the counter. Oh, Magisk. Magnificent. 2.5. From a... Oh, perfect. A loft angle. Look at Shush. He didn't get cleared by Dupree there.
Did he see something?
Nothing. Just hanging out. But yeah, to return to Magisk, he's done that on his own. You can see how much it's destabilized Heroic. Refresh walking up on that close wall. Glaive in partnership with them may get caught out here. Oh, dear. Straight through, double domed. Astralis open for business. That's the counter. Bubsky's going to get 2 here. Dancing around with a 5-7. They will snatch a 6th. Okay. Hey, it's the pistol. Cadian's having a look. He's going to die in 3. Never mind. Changed my mind. Glaive's lost his. And they're charging up short. Tessus a perfect angle over the smoke to knock another. It's Cadian instead that snatches it. He wants them all for himself. And 3 more players spotted. They know exactly where the remaining players are. The rotate's on its way. Cadian decides he wants to push short this time, and it's the perfect time. Oh, God, he's got them all if he wants them. 3 frags for the in-game leader.
I'm done remembering.
He hits 2 ridiculous That actually first one got me a little excited there. Nice. Either way, that is going to put 10 very quickly into the pockets of Heroic. Look at him. He's not done.
He isn't done. He hasn't even started, actually.
I think that's enough, Cadian. Come on now.
Oh, he's having fun. Let him have some fun. Because you know what they were going to do, Alex? Cadian has heard us on the VOD when he's watched them back go, all right, guys, and what are you going to see the T's do here on the full eco?
Oh, Magis, this is yours all day of the week. Doesn't actually need to get activated or spotted out. Glaive has caught him, and Cadian definitely just biting on that bit. He really wanted to keep going. Oh, he's going to walk up on this.
This is a naffany smoke here.
Very naughty here, and Refresh can perhaps provide some support. Glaive's looking the wrong way. Tessa's unloading his mag.
Oh,
Dink lucky, and Refresh decides to play it passive. Understandably so, I say that. He may be biding his time because Down wants a fight. Magisk greets him with lead, and only one man left for the job. It's Refresh, and Magisk has already chipped quite heavily away at his health pool. And a bit of a race now against the clock. He can't leave.
He's screwed.
Yeah, can't go anywhere. He has been hunted down. Dupree, his next challenge. He actually finished him off.
I don't think he'd be ready for Bubsky right now. Yeah, he's just going to run with the knife out here in the butt. With some of the flicky one-taps.
Yeah, Refresh has immediately responded to their utility. This boost is perfect. Enables him to at least cut Glaive down to the side.
Good.
What are you up to? Tess wanted more. Wasn't happy with the man advantage. Refresh still in a lot of jeopardy around that smoke. Oh, that peek him.
And the gun.
Gets the gun. Doesn't get away. But Stoun's still ready to punish. This is a weird one. Just constantly expecting Astralis to have something somewhere else, but the whole squad's here, and now they should have a plan.
Hungry to save Refresh there. Very hungry to do so, right? So that cost him in a big way.
Like the best bet Heroic have had, and there goes one. Will he get greedy for the AK?
Oh, the buffer of that smoke is not big enough. He can't drop off.
Oh,
what? Darn it.
No way, they got him, and he's even gotten away with the AK as well. The mid setup's sprung its trap.
Magis does have a lot of space here, mind you. Now, Tessus is babysitting it with some jiggles here. Oh, but just in the timing, he's gotten two. He's been able to get this A bomb site open for business. Dupree now's hearing the rotation. He's going to get Refresh for free here as well. Magisk has just won the round.
He might just do it all on his own. Katie's already prioritizing the save, you'd imagine, despite them having a 5v2.
Refresh has been so loud. Dupree's heard all of this, right? He's just sitting down here in the hidey hole with his bomb on the back, hoping that more kills come to Magisk, and he's pushing forward. He's now over towards CT spawn. He's going to get Katie here as well. Spoke too soon.
Got a 1v2 to play. Molotov out, ready to spray. And he's already caught one. The spread just a little too much. I mean, Tassis is there for the taking on his own. You just have to beat him. And Cadian's there for mid. Refresh does have a teammate in the form of not only one AWP, but two. And it's only Cadian that's connecting right now. Stown peeking out, but it's a solid defense and nothing to report from Astralis' mid-adventure. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, sound cue's been heard here as well. They know that they're trying to mantle up on this box. Oh, what is this? Cadian.
Confidence. Overconfidence, perhaps. The boost as well. They're repositioning. Refresh could be caught here. Does get spotted out.
Getting a bit weird now.
It certainly is, but looks like normality is restored. Refresh puts himself on to 18 with a quick double to put...
And that's when they were just going super fast, right?
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of those faster maneuvers that we've been watching. The ancient victory from Ents as well, picking that against Astralis, testing their limits with the new roster.
Dexter on Yard, though.
You're right. Mir as well. He can be a bit of a nuisance.
This one's fallen apart for Astralis, just testing as the smokes fade and they're ready to receive them. So it's Cadian. And this one, yeah, just a matter of time.
Is that good throwing Peter involved, you reckon? What about Peter Rabbit?
Peter Rabbit, was he in the Wind of the Willows, or was that another one? Peter Rabbit was a separate venture?
I don't know. That we were talking about the frog the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, the frog, Toad of Toad Hall. I don't know if they're related
Okay.
to Peter Rabbit.
What about the Cheshire Cat?
And Professor Tumnus is a completely separate fellow. He's a fawn, I believe.
A fawn?
No? Is that not what he's called?
I don't know.
With the legs, the goat legs. They've put all their pennies into utility and deagles, and this could be the final round of play for our series of the day. Yep, Refresh has opened up onto Lucky already. They get the casualty and disappear. There's nothing for Astralis to do. They'll dump their util. They're looking for a quick plant, it seems like. The counter util from Shush.
Yeah, they're just going in.
And it should be a death onto Refresh. Cadian's got 2 sitting ducks waiting for him, and he wants to finish it right here, and he will. Heroic, top of the group. Group A is theirs. The defending champions will get the quarterfinal bye.
Well, that's one thing we're not going to be saying about this matchup. It was not close, as Heroic do take 2 16-8s back-to-back to take down Astralis and to confirm their #1 position overall in the groups. And of course, their berth into the quarterfinals of the playoffs.
Prove anything, but just as that extra thing, you know, hey guys, it's like all going the same way. Let's just keep it up. Let's just
Yeah.
They were Group A in last season as well, so there's a lot of similarities to their run in season 13 of ESL Pro League. And yeah, for Astralis, just more of the same that we saw in this group, just really underwhelming. They end up with 2 wins, beating Team Spirit and Bad News Bears, who have both been certainly the
Underwhelming.
the two of the worst teams so far in this group.
We have been through so much stuff. Some of it is public, some of it is not. The lane was definitely not as we expected. It was, a bit of a chaos situation with like false positives and extra quarantine. So we are all really happy to be back from the vacation and show that that lane wasn't the real Heroic, and we are putting so much work. But I mean, as Janko said, we are not even 100% yet.
Heroic, #1 Danish team and one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, great to see for them. And of course, Vitality, I believe they're still playing out a current match at the moment. But we're not going to be back for now. We have to go actually head off for the night because we're going to be coming back tomorrow to bring you more action as we're going to be diving into Group B of the ESL Pro League Season 14. Remember to tune in the exact same time, and we'll see you then for some more great Counter-Strike action.